pipe just to our northwest right now. And we intercepted that earlier tornado 3 times up near Edmond East, and major damage there. We did search and rescue, had to put a cow out of its misery. Thankfully, nobody was hurt in that town, but now we're on this storm, and this is a very dangerous situation.
Okay. That's from Reed Timmer. John, you can still see it in your stream. Can you push into that? Can you push into that a little bit? It's very, very close to the Shawnee Mall. Looks like it's now to the east of the Shawnee Mall. It either went through the Shawnee Mall or on the northern sides of the Shawnee Mall. But that's right where it went. What do you got right now? Is that I-40?
Yeah, no, that's the 3W that comes off of, or 177, I guess. It comes off of I-40 to the southeast. From our vantage point right here, it's sucking all that water in there, which makes it white, and we're trying to adjust our iris so we can depict the blacks in the actual in the shot here, so we can give you kind of the shape here. But you know, it's definitely right there, and it still looks like it's tracking to the northeast, Mike.
Okay, John, appreciate that. Still on the ground. It is heading for Prague. Let's go back to Reed Timmer. There's Reed's stream, still on the ground. It is heading now from the Shawnee Mall area to Prague and also eastbound I-40. Reed had numerous cars flipped, semis blown over, extensive damage in northwest Shawnee. And Reed now joins us live. Reed, what do you have?
Yeah, we're just to the north side of Shawnee, about to head north on Kickapoo Street. I would estimate that tornado is about 3 miles northwest of Shawnee. And there's a new tornado forming now. Probably 2 miles north of Shawnee with a new circulation. That one's still just getting going. But to our northwest, tornado in progress. Large tornado starting to wrap and rain now. Northwest of Shawnee, about 2 to 3 miles north of I-40. I repeat, north of I-40, but it crossed I-40 and caused extensive damage.
Okay, and I can confirm what you're talking about, Reed. There is another circulation back to your west. And it's going to be just to the east of 177 and I-40, and it's a strong circulation. There might be another tornado back there.
There it is, bright white. Yeah, we got it. Got it. Yes, there it is.
Let's go to Reed's stream. Reed, you say you got it. Tell us what you got.
Right there. You see that white area right there?
Yes.
The left edge of that that's the left edge of the tornado. Large tornado wrapped in rain. Still in there in process. As we go north, we should be able to get a better view of it, but the rain's concealing our view of that thing right now.
Now, Reed, is that the lead? Is that the lead tornado, or is that the one back to the west?
That's the one back to the west.
Okay.
There's another one north and east.
Okay, just to be clear, let's go to the storm tracker. Just to be clear, this is what's happening right now. There are 2 tornadoes here on the ground. This is the one that tracked across North Shawnee, and let's hope it didn't hit the Shawnee Mall, but if it didn't, it was mighty close. It is now just north of I-40, about a mile north of I-40, about 4 miles east of the Shawnee Mall. There is a second tornado. This is confirmed. There's a second tornado on the ground northwest of downtown Shawnee, or just west of the Shawnee Mall. There are 2 tornadoes with this supercell, and the velocities here, the Doppler confirms both of these. We see both of them. Let's go back to Reed Timmer here live. Reed, tell us what you got.
Yeah, it looks like the tornado is to our northwest. Still a very large tornado wrapped in rain in there. But the circulation to the right looks to be taken over. That thing could put down a big tornado. And one to the northeast is near the Johnson area on 40 a mile.
Let's go back to John Welsh and Bob Moore, Chopper 4. John's got to look at this. John, there are 2 tornadoes.
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, the tornado we were following earlier, I can't hardly even see it anymore just because of the rain. We kind of panned back here to this one to try and find what Reed's talking about. And what we're looking at is either this spot here, or if Travis backs out and goes back to the right of the screen, you'll start to see, or there's the other one. So, I'm not for sure exactly where he's talking about here, just from our vantage point. But again, this is kind of over the same spot that it was that the last one came through. But I'm going to think that this one's just going to be just to the northwest of that one. But definitely, it's wrapped in rain, and I got power flashes back right there. Go down, Travis, and your left, down and your left in the screen. And right in there, Mike, right just where that lowering comes. If you go to that lowering, go straight down. We had several power flashes moments ago. So
let's go to
that's
we have Mark Dillard on the phone.
We're calling the tornado.
Emily Sutton. Let's take Emily here live. Emily, we see your screen. Go.
I think we have the secondary tornado. Look on our screen. We have the secondary tornado. We're north of Shawnee.
Yes,
You can see it. You can see it spinning. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it. There are 2 tornadoes on the ground right now. One's
This has got to be the second one.
Yes, one's northwest of Shawnee. The other one is northeast of Shawnee near the small town of Johnson. The lead storm near Johnson, which is a small town about 5 miles east of the Shawnee Mall. There's another one, though, definitely on the ground, 5 miles northwest of Shawnee. Emily sees it. You're looking at it right there live. Go, Emily.
Yep. We are heading towards I-40. We're trying to chase the other one. We looked to our left, and I heard the other report that you were saying there's a secondary one. Sure enough, we see now this distinct tornado, not as large as the other one, more of an elephant trunk. It's kind of on a slant, but it's definitely on the ground, Mike. Not as powerful as the other one, but there's a secondary tornado on the ground.
Emily, how far south of I-40 are you right now?
Is this I-40 up here? We are literally at I-40.
I-40, and are you coming up 177, or what highway are you coming northbound on?
What is this on? What's this on? Harrison Avenue.
Okay.
Out of Shawnee.
Let's stay with you because you're going to come into the damage track from the first tornado, and you have a visual of the second tornado. So you're it right now. So let's stay with you.
Do we have it? We lost it. I think it weakened. Mike, I think it cycled.
Okay.
It cycled on us when we were going through. It was weaker than the other one, but definitely a second tornado on the ground. I think we'll keep going. Well, we should probably hop on I-40 and keep going east.
You're going to come across damage on I-40. They're requesting a rescue up on I-40 right now in northwest Shawnee. There are semis flipped. There are at least a half a dozen cars flipped. Reed Timmer drove through major damage.
It's back. Mike, it's back. It's back. Mike?
Okay, the second tornado is back. This is northwest of downtown Shawnee. There it is. We have you, Emily.
Kevin Josephine has zoomed in on it, Mike, and you can see it. It's not too strong. It's I'd classify it as an elephant trunk roping, but as we learned from Reed Timmer the other day, rope tornadoes can still be very, very damaging and dangerous. It's like a figure skater quickly bringing her arms in, that big rapid force. So this is cycling. This is not as strong as the other tornado, but you can see it. I don't think it's on the ground right now, although I cannot get a visual of the ground, but it's certainly a funnel, and it was on the ground earlier for sure.
Okay, very good.
There it is. Yep, it's still going.
That's the west tornado you're looking at right there. That's 5 miles due northwest of downtown Shawnee. It is north of I-40. It's trying to lift up a little bit closer to Meeker. It will not get as far as Meeker, I don't believe, for you folks in Lincoln County. However, the lead tornado, which is the one that hit Shawnee first, is still heading directly for Prague. And all the towns in between East Shawnee and Prague. There's Centerview there, and there's a little town, well, it's going to go north a little, but there's Centerview there and then Prague. Prague, you folks, keep in mind, this has been a violent tornado, and you folks in Prague, you got to start thinking about your safe spot, and an interior closet or bathroom may not do it for you. It's been a violent tornado. And also there's a third one forming, okay? There's a third one forming right here. This one's going to come back into Shawnee. So that means that you folks in Shawnee cannot come out of wherever you are. Hopefully you're monitoring us on your smart device, your mobile device, your smartphone. You cannot come out of your safe spot. You can't go drive around in your car and look at damage. You can't do any of that stuff, because there's a third circulation spinning up fast south of Dale. And you see the hook coming around right here, and the way the inflow is coming into this may spin up a tornado very, very fast, and you see the main bang now is back here to the west. Here's the hook on the lead tornado right there. It's still on the ground likely, but it's probably roping out by the way it looks. See the low-level lock. The second tornado is sitting right up here north of I-40, now north of the Shawnee Mall. It's not all that strong, but it's a significant tornado. But the main bang's coming back here to the west now, and everything's feeding back into this one. So I would say there's a pretty decent possibility, if not a probability or a likelihood, that this will come right into Shawnee as a tornado on the ground. Let's go back to John Welsh and Bob Moore, Chopper 4. I think you're looking at the wall cloud of that far western mesocyclone, John. Is that right?
Yeah, we are. If Travis will zoom in there, right there on the right of your screen, you can kind of see some a lowering that's coming out of it that we haven't seen before, and it's breaking up now. But yeah, this is the lowering, and this is going to be I don't know, probably 4 miles just to the west of the Walmart and stuff right there on I-40, and it appears that it's going to be just north of I-40 from our vantage point. We're just south of the Shawnee Airport, shooting towards the or southwest, shooting towards the northeast. And that's what we have at this time. If we'll pan, Travis is going to pan to the left, and there's another spot right here. It's you're going to have the high. Keep coming to your left. Keep coming to your left. Right there, you can kind of see this thing right here is starting to churn, and it'll kind of lower down a little bit, and then there's one right behind it. So this storm definitely has some energy. It seems like it's cycling. It's sucking more energy. The lowering that we've seen throughout the day that's been typically low, it's actually raised up a little bit now, so it's probably 700-800 feet, 900 feet above the ground, where before when we were producing those larger storms, the lowering or the feeder part of it was just a couple hundred feet off the ground. So it might be an indication that this storm is actually weakening. But again, we'll stay right here over the south side of Shawnee.
Yeah, this was becoming more funnel shaped. See how it's becoming more funnel shaped? It's becoming more funnel shaped right now. Let's go to Reed Timmer and Dominator 4 with a live update. Reed, we see your stream. What do you have?
Yeah, right now we are punching through the bear's cage of this lead. I think the lead is taking over. One that cross.
Let's go ahead and drop Reed out. He's still on the lead tornado heading for Prague is where he is. He was going through the circulation. He called it the bear's cage. That's the violent rotating rain curtain is called the bear's cage. He's inside essentially the outer wall of the tornado. It's the lead one, which is southwest of Prague. Meanwhile, you've got this very menacing wall cloud here that occasionally has these kind of cone-shaped looking features to them that look a little bit like funnel clouds, and wouldn't be impossible to have funnel clouds rather quickly form out of this if these tighten up. And this is to the west. This is to the west of Shawnee, heading directly into Shawnee. Let's go to, I think we have, who's that, Emily or Mark Dillard? Who do you have?
Yeah, both of them are.
Let's go to Mark Dillard here real fast. Mark, what do you have?
Yes, Mike, we're looking at that circulation that's just to the north of I-40 here. We're at 18, which is Harrison, and West Tech, which is about a mile north of the highway of I-40 at the Stack and Fox Casino. And we've got that circulation. We'll try to tighten up. Got stingers coming down on it. Still not very tight. A little bit. Still not very tight, but I do have one damage report to pass along. My chase partner here, Kevin Cosby, his home was hit down by Bethel Acres off of 102. Everybody's okay. The shingles were taken off, and there's a lot of tree damage, Mike, but just goes to show you that everybody's impacted by this, folks. We're not just out joyriding with this. We take everybody's life very seriously, even our own. So, Mike, I'm going to pitch it back to you. We're going to still watch this just on the north side of Shawnee. Back to you.
Okay, you're in a good spot, Mark. I recommend you go ahead and stay there. Let's go to Emily Sutton now live. She's still in Shawnee. Emily, you're joining us now live. What do you have?
Mike, we just decided to keep going north, and we're going to eventually go east. We're looking at what was that second tornado. We're keeping a close eye on it. It didn't really do a great attempt to recycle. It just had a little small funnel at one point, but hasn't recycled again. Doesn't mean it won't again. So we're keeping a close eye on that, and we're just about to enter some hail. We're moving a little bit further north, and then we're going to go east.
Okay, so Emily, that second tornado has lifted. Is that correct?
The one I was on, the secondary tornado, yes. Yes, it is lifted.
Okay, very good. That's